What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
And this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there,
waiting to be played by you and yours. I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate
you. Hey, everybody! So, as you can see, the title of this video is I would like to play this board game with ... And I guess you're wondering, who is ... All
right. So since being in this hobby, particularly since we started making the videos, we've met a lot of great people. So today we want to talk about other content creators who we'd like to play a game with and what game we'd like to play with them.
Yeah, a specific game.
Yes.
You know, because, I mean, this is more, I watch a lot of content creators, you know, and there are some beautiful people out there, you know, in this board game community. And they talk about certain games that I'm like, oh, man, I would love to play that game with them, you know. So, now what really prompted this video is Friday, this past Friday, we finally got a chance to go to Grand Con.
Here in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah, Grand Con in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is like 2.5 hours away from Detroit. So it's right in our neck of the woods.
Yes.
And we never get a chance to go.
Because my family reunion is Labor Day weekend, and usually we're in Kentucky attending my family reunion.
Yeah, and I love her family, don't get me wrong, but I be like, I want to go to Grand Con. So this year, it was in Detroit.
The family reunion.
Yes. So we were like, I'm going to Grand Con. I don't care if it's just for one day. We got to go to Grand Con. So Friday, we made the drive. Now, we had extra incentive to go because, I mean, I've heard so many good things about Grand Con, but our extra incentive was this year's guest was Mick and Starling from Our Family Plays Games.
Yes.
So we were looking forward to seeing them again and hopefully get to play a game with them again. You know?
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to play a game with them. Who we did get to play a game with was Evan and Missy from Evan Diesel, their YouTube channel. And I'm going to drop a link in the description below. I'm going to drop a link in the description below for all the people, these content creators that I talk about today. And he showed us this game called Comic Hunters. And I've heard him talk about it on his channel, and me being a comic book, I used to collect comic books, and I still have my X-Men collection. I wanted to check this game out. So when we saw him, we you know, took pictures. We were like, man, it's a great time. We finally met in person. And then I said, I want to play Comic Hunters with you. And he was like, I have it right here in the bag.
And we had a blast.
Yeah, it's a really cool set collection game. Now, the thing about it is this game is out of, I want to say it's out of Brazil.
Yes.
And
therefore,
you know, and it pretty much, they have real comic book covers, you know, and I was feeling nostalgic because as we're playing, I was like, oh, I remember reading this one.
Yes.
So I don't know if this game will come here, you know, for obvious reasons, but we really enjoyed
a wonderful, it was a wonderful time.
Yeah, and it was cool playing a game with them.
We also met another great family, the Clark family. They saw us on OPG Voices, and they actually and they watch us too. They actually came to see Mick and Starling, but they saw us as well, and we actually got to play a game with them.
Yeah, it was a beautiful family. They had the two young boys who were just so sweet, you know. And as we're talking, you know, I, offered, hey, can I teach you guys a game? We ended up playing Birds of a Feather.
And we had a blast.
They really liked it.
So, Clark's, we really, Solomon, Deanna, Joshua, and Joseph, we really enjoyed.
Oh, you remember their name?
We really enjoy hanging out with you.
Because I'm not good with names all the time.
Well, it's part of my job description.
Well, yeah, I get it. Well, speaking of, okay, do you remember the names of we had another husband and wife and their daughter, and they were waiting to play with Mick and Starling, and we were showing them Sky Team.
Yes.
Do you remember their name?
I don't remember the daughter's name, but I do remember it was Lynette and I want to say Dan.
Yeah, okay. They were really cool people. It was fun watching them play Sky Team.
And we enjoyed watching them play Sky Team. Yes, we did.
Yeah, so we went to Grand Con. I want to go again. It was just a smaller con. I went to Origins and Gen Con. This one was just a more intimate,
relaxed.
Yes, and they have like a large, like 2,000 games in their board game library. So it was really, really cool. Yeah. And Grand Rapids is beautiful anyway.
Yes.
So, but that's what prompted this video. Because, as soon as I saw Evan, I want to play Comic Hunters. And he was like, let's do it. So today we're going to share with you, if we had a chance to play with these specific content creators, what game we would like to play with them.
Now, one caveat. This is not an exhaustive list. Just in the interest of time, we narrowed it down. I'm going to talk about 5, and he's going to talk about 5. But this is not everybody, but just 5 that we are going to talk about.
Yes, it's a lot of people I want to play games
with. Yes.
So we'll probably do this again.
Yes.
All right. So, without wasting any time, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So I think we should just start off with Mick and Starling.
Yes. Yes.
What game would you like to play with Mick and Starling?
Now, Mick, you're up for anything. But Starling, I really thought about what you would love. I would love to play Flamecraft.
That would be cool playing Flamecraft with them.
Yes.
Now, okay, if I was to play a board game with Starling, I probably would want to play Splendor.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to play Splendor with Starling. I just wanted to, because I hear she be kicking butt. So I just want to know.
Sound like a challenge to me.
I just want to see. I love it. How she plays the game. She figures it out, and she ends up winning. So that's really cool. Now, Mick, this game, your favorite game. If you are a fan of OLPG, Mick's favorite game is Terraforming Mars. I want to play Terraforming Mars with Mick. Now, Terraforming Mars, I like it. It's not in my top 20, but I like Terraforming Mars. I liked it enough to buy those little plastic pieces with the trees and stuff that they had on Kickstarter. So I picked them up, and I would love to play Terraforming Mars with Mick.
And Starla, while they playing Terraforming Mars, you and me can play Splendor Duo or something.
Okay. All right, so what's your next choice?
All right, so another person I would love to play with is Reggie from Rolling Reggie. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Reggie in person, but I think he would be a great person to play with. Now, Reggie, one game I would love to play with you is the Fox Experiment. When you talked about that game, it intrigued me because I'm a little bit of a nerd, and that just sounds like something that would be just up my alley, just because of the historical accuracy of it.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that you would be interested in it, because I know you're breeding foxes and stuff. So I was like, when you told me, I was surprised. Like, oh, okay, all right. Well, my next one is it's a content creator, but we're going over to Twitch streaming for a minute.
Okay.
Ruelle Gaviola.
Yes.
I would love. Now, I played a couple games. He introduced us to Marrakesh, and I introduced him to Dive. And so the game that I want to play with Ruelle and Michelle is Everdell.
I would love to play Everdell with Ruelle and Michelle.
Thing is, on a recent video, Ruelle's like he said he felt kind of lukewarm on Everdell. And I was like, oh. I mean, it hurt.
Ruelle, that's almost blasphemy.
No, because I know me and Ruelle kind of gravitate towards the same games. So I was like, okay, I think that the reason he felt lukewarm on Everdell, because he hasn't played it with me. And I want to play Everdell with the Spire Crest expansion. I had to play that with him, because I think, playing it with me, because sometimes playing some of these board games, it's not even about the board game, it's about the people you play with.
That's true.
And it's pretty fun, So, all right, what's your next one?
All right. Now, Amy and Maggie of Thinker Themer were one of the first content creators that you and I became acquainted with.
No, that's the first one you became acquainted with.
Okay, then I became acquainted with.
I've been in this for a long time.
I stand corrected. And as many times as we've met a couple of times in person, but I've never had the pleasure of actually playing with either of them. So one game I would love to play with you two is Namalia.
Namalia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there are other games I would like to play, but this is just one game that I think it would be fun to play with you two.
Okay. They play so many great games. That would be a hard choice.
It would be a hard choice, but the reason I picked Namalia is because it will be a quicker game to play versus a more longer game.
Right. Oh no, I know which one I would like to play with them.
What?
Forensic for God, I keep wanting to say forensic. That's law and order type stuff. Formosa T.
Honestly, yes. I could see playing that with them as well.
Oh, Formosa T is a heavy one.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I played it once and I loved it. I want to get it back to the table.
Okay.
Okay. So my next one is another Twitch streamer, Amanda Panda.
Okay.
And you know which game I got to play with her. Takenoko. But we had to play with the deluxe version with the big panda or something like that, I would definitely love to play Takenoko,
That would be hilarious. I think I would have to sit in on that game.
Right. All right. What's your next one?
Okay, so another content creator I would love to play with that I haven't had a chance to play with is Jeff and Jamie from Foster the Meeple. Jeff and Jamie, I would love to play Fast Sloths with you guys.
Yeah, I watched one of their former video, and they was talking about Friedman Freeze games, and I was like, have they played Fast Sloths?
Yeah.
And Fast Sloths is so fun.
And it's a really cute game. I love it.
Yeah, because I know Jamie likes the cute games with cute critters or whatever, and I figured she would definitely love the whole theme of the game is a pick up and deliver game where you're the thing that's getting picked up and delivered. You're a sloth, and you're using other animals to get to your food, and all the animals move differently, So I think they would really enjoy this. And now, if I was to pick one for them, I know they swear by Res Arcana.
Okay.
I would love to play Res Arcana with them.
Okay.
Especially you, Jeff. All right, what's your it's my turn. So my next one is Rodney Smith. Okay. And when I first got into the board games, I started watching Rodney Smith, and I watched him do a run through of Robinson Crusoe.
I would actually love to play that with you,
and
Rodney.
It was so funny. I watched it, and then I went back and watched it, because Robinson Crusoe is a lot of little things that you got to pay attention to, And I was watching them go through the mistakes, and it was just so much fun. I think they died. I think somebody died or whatever. And the thing in the video, they kept like the I think it was the thumbnail, if I remember correctly, because they did it like over 3 videos. And as a thumbnail, they shirts started getting tattered and all that. And then like they've been out on the island for a long time. And I was like, I would love to play Robinson Crusoe with Rodney Smith.
You know what? That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun.
All right, so what's your next one?
All right. So recently, Nick Murphy of the Brothers Murph got to play with Dwayne and some of our friends, but I didn't really play against him. I would love to play with Nick and Mike of the Brothers Murph. And the game I'd love to play with you guys is Quacks of Quedlinburg. You guys are always, you're serious gamers, but you love to have fun.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's just the kind of game that I think we could have a blast playing together.
Yeah, and see, that proves the point of the video. Because when we were at Gen Con and I saw Nick, he was like, I want to play Wind the Film. And he knows I championed that game, Wind the Film. So we actually sat down and played it, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. And it was like Alicia was helping him because, it's only 4 players, but we had, she said, I'll help you figure it out and stuff like that. That's why he lost. I'm just
really?
I don't know who won that. I don't even know.
You did.
Did I? No, are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, anyway. Now, actually, my last choice was going to be Nick and Mike.
Okay.
And I picked... So, you might think this is kind of a cheat.
Okay.
But it's 2 of them, so I picked 2 games.
It is kind of a cheat, but I'll let it slide.
Now, one game is a game I've never played before, but they talk about it a lot, and it's called Dungeon Pets.
Okay.
And,
yeah, they have talked about that.
Yeah, and that game is you're in a fantasy world, and you own a pet store in a fantasy world. So you're selling dragons and stuff like that, And I was like, I would love to play that game. That theme just sounds so fascinating to me. Now, the other game is a game that I have played. I don't hear, and the Brothers Murph are the only ones I hear champion this game, other than me, and that's Castell. Castell is just such a great puzzle.
Okay.
It is such a challenge. I think
I need to try that one.
I would love to try Castell with you.
Okay.
Because I think you've
matured,
gradually getting better, I'm like,
so I'm up to the challenge now.
Yeah, you're up to the challenge.
Okay.
So I think you would like Castell.
Okay.
And those are the 2 games that I would like to try with them.
Okay.
Now I think that's 5. Yeah, there's so many other content creators.
Again, this list is by no means exhaustive.
Yeah.
So we would definitely revisit this.
Yes.
But before we go,
yes,
we have an announcement to make.
Yep.
Finally,
we got t-shirts. If you go to Teespring, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. We finally got t-shirts.
So you can buy our t-shirts.
And some hoodies. We got merchandise.
Finally.
Now, I'm trying to come up with some different designs. I'm trying to figure out some other things, but we got this one.
Right now, you can get the shirt we're wearing.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think they could, because I had to do some different stuff, but, but you can get the shirt. All right, so I hope you really enjoyed this, because this was just fun for me.
It was.
Because there's so many great people in the board game community, and they champion certain games, they talk about certain games, and you be like, I want to experience that gameplay with them.
Yes.
Yes. So, if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been BlackBoardGaming.
We will see you next time.